Gemma, Robert, Anna, Caroline and Stephen and Luke. They're all here and ready to play Small Talk. And here's the man in charge. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you indeed. Hello and welcome to Small Talk. Indeed, I'm a little bit upset. To be honest, we have had a problem in the family this week. My second cousin, twice removed, lost all his money and decided to go to the 14th floor of his office block and throw himself out. Luckily, he found the lift wasn't working, so he went up to the 7th floor and threw himself out twice. But, well, as usual... Very silly, these jokes. We have a video wall here of fabulous faces, and it's these children, our class for today, who will either help or hinder our three contestants as they race for points. First of all, let us meet the boys and girls. Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, Mr.
Will you tell us who you are now?
Hello, Mr. Corbett. My name's Ruth, and I'm still 7. You're looking good tonight. Can we please get on with it?
Hello, Mr. Corbett. I'm glad you can make it. I'm Mark and I'm 9.
Hello, it's me again. I'm Naya. It's nice to see you again. I'm still 8. Hello, Mr. Corbett. Hello, Mr. Corbett. Thomas here, age 5. I've got some new teeth. Have you? Hello, Mr. Corbett. My name's Jenna. I'm 6 years old. And I'm very pleased to meet you.
Hello, Mr. Corbett. I'm Robert. I'm 10, and it's a pleasure to be on your show.
Hello, Mr. Corbett. I'm Hannah and I'm 6. And this is Fluffy, my cute little teddy. She is 3, and thank you for asking.
Hello, Mr. Corbett. I'm Caroline. And I'm Stephen. And we're just happy to be here. I agree.
Hello, Mr. Corbett. I'm back again. I'm Luke and I'm 9. And welcome to the Intergalactic Show.
There you go. Yeah, well, there we are, the Corbett Collection, our class for this week, a glamorous, intelligent line-up, or are they? Well, we'll find out in a moment. First of all, let us meet the three contestants who are ready and willing to challenge today's class. Good evening, Jane.
Hello, Ronnie.
Nice to see you. Would you like to tell us just a little bit about yourself?
I'm married to a lovely husband called John. We've been married just under 2 years. We live in a small village called Pucklechurch near Bristol, where we're currently renovating a sort of like Cotswold cottage, 1730, and it's hard work.
Oh, I know.
And my occupation, I'm a prison officer.
Oh, by goodness me. When I was very naughty as a boy, my mummy always used to lock me up. Yeah, rather cruel. I didn't mind very much, but the parrot hated sharing. Well, have a nice time. Zafar, welcome. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Ronnie.
Tell us a wee bit about yourself.
Well, I was originally born in Kashmir, Pakistan.
Ah, yes.
And I've been living in Bradford for 22 years.
Right.
I'm married to a lovely lady called Parveen. I've got 2 lovely kids, Alika and Kama.
Lovely.
And for a living, I drive a taxi.
And cricket? You're interested in cricket?
Oh, I love playing cricket.
I do too, but they keep making me feel at short inside leg. I don't like it at all. Lovely to see you, Annie. Have a nice time this evening, Zafar.
Thank you.
Val, tell us a wee bit about yourself.
Hello, Ronnie. I'm from Burnley in Lancashire. I'm a retired teacher. I've been married for 28 years to John, who's a site supervisor, which is a posh name for a school caretaker.
Yes.
I've got a daughter, 26, and a beautiful grandson who's 15 months old. My interests include looking after and walking my 2 dogs, and I like the novels of Jane Austen.
Very nice. I've got a dog. Well, we've got several dogs. One particular favourite, this 3-legged Great Dane we got from the Battersea Dogs Home. It's very nice. Every time he sees a tree, he falls over. But he's very well, have a nice time, Val. Lovely. Best of luck to you all. Let me tell you how the game is played. To each of the children, we ask the same simple question. As you might expect, some get it right, some get it wrong. All you have to do is to judge the children well enough to know who gets it right and that's the way you win points, really. Now, let us play the game. The first question we asked was, is it good to be middle-aged? Slightly dangerous question, to be truthful. Now, what I want to know first is whether you think most of the children did think it was good to be middle-aged, yes or no. Jane, who do you think?
Yeah, I think they'd say yes.
Yes,
yeah.
right. Zafar, what about you?
I'll go for a yes too.
You go for a yes, too. Val?
Well, I'm going to be different because I don't think they would like to be middle-aged.
Right, well, I have to tell most of the children said, yes, it is good to be middle-aged. So points there for Jane and Zafar, sadly enough. Now, you can earn some more points by correctly choosing which children said it was good to be middle-aged and which said it isn't. Now, you'll each have 2 selections on the video wall there, and we'll just see how good your judgment really is. Now, there'll be 20 points for each correct match you make, and Val, we start with you. Pick a child. Who are you? Remember, the question was, is it good to be middle-aged? Who are you going to pick now?
Let's see what Gemma thinks.
Gemma. Do you know any middle-aged people, Gemma?
I know all about my mum and dad. My mum's 27, so she's middle-aged, and my dad is 47, so he's old. And they can still climb upstairs, though.
Climbing stairs at 27. Can they get down again? That's the point. Now, do you think she thinks it's a good idea to be middle-aged?
Well, if she thinks her parents are middle-aged, I would say yes.
Gemma, do you think it's a good idea to be middle-aged? Yes, that's good for Val there. Right. Now, Jane, who are you going to choose?
I think I'll go for Robert, please.
Robert. When does middle age happen, do you think, Robert?
Well, I think middle age is between the age of about 25 and 50.
Goodness me. If middle age starts at 25, I'm not only over the hill, I'm round the corner and down the street. Now, do you think it's a good idea to be middle-aged?
I think he's still going to say yes.
You think, Robert, you think it's a good idea to be middle-aged?
Being middle-aged does tend to slow you down and stop you from being able to do things that you used to do. So really, I don't want to be middle-aged.
Oh dear, sorry about that. No points for Jane. Zafar, who are you going to pick?
I'll go for Ruth.
Ruth. What happens when you're middle-aged, Ruth?
When you're middle-aged, this is what can happen to your body. You go all wrinkly, your hair goes, and if you've still got some, it goes grey or white or yellowish. And you lose your eyesight, you need glasses, your teeth fall out, you need false teeth, your hearing goes, and sometimes you need a hearing aid, and you get shorter, don't you, Mr. Corbett?
I wouldn't know. I'm not old enough. I'm sorry. Now, do you think it's a good idea to be middle-aged?
No.
No. Ruth, do you think it's a good idea to be middle-aged?
If you're middle-aged and you go to a disco, people can insult you like, say, oh, shut up, you middle-aged old bogey. So I don't think it's very good to be middle-aged, no.
Well done and well scored, Zafar. Very good. Val. Who are you going to pick, Val?
I'll try Thomas this time.
Thomas. What's middle-age like, Thomas, do you think?
Do different things. Like play tennis. Like, you're better at tennis. And better at football, cricket, soccer, anything. Cooking. Being a farmer. And climbing trees.
You get better at everything. That proves I'm not middle-aged. Now, do you think he thinks it's a good idea to be middle-aged?
It sounds like it, yes.
Thomas, do you think it's a good idea to be middle-aged?
Well, if we were middle-aged, how will we grow up? So, yes, I think it is
Very
good
good.
to be middle-aged.
Well done, Val. Now, Jane.
Let's choose the sweet little Hannah.
Hannah. How are middle-aged people different, do you think, Hannah?
You can tell the difference by a little person and a middle-aged person. Because a middle-aged person, they're taller than little kids and something like their head. They're really big. They've got bigger eyes. Their teeth have fallen out. No way. They're only big. Oh, I'm an old lady. And when you're middle-aged, you're probably 13, 20, 19.
I've got 2 middle-aged daughters. My grandson's getting on a bit as well. Now, do you think Hannah thinks it's a good idea to be middle-aged?
Ooh, this is a tricky one, but I think, no, she wouldn't want to.
Hannah, is it a good idea to be middle-aged, do you think?
Oh, no.
Well done, well done. Now, Zafar, last chance. Who are you going to pick?
I'll go for Luke.
Luke. How can you tell if someone is middle-aged, Luke?
You can tell it if someone's middle-aged because they're 10 or 9, and that is if you ask nearly everybody and make a list, you put 10 on one side and 9 on the other, and it asks everybody, and you might find out that there's certain people are, a few people are 10 and lots of people are 9. And that's a way to figure out middle people from older children.
Must be terrible to have a midlife crisis at 9. No, you think you've reached it?
It's a very tricky one, this one.
It is tricky.
I'll go for a yes.
Luke, you think it's a good idea to be middle-aged?
Being middle-aged is quite a lot of fun because you can boss your sister around sometimes. And sometimes you have to do more jobs than you think, and that's quite good because you get pocket money every time when your mum or dad pays you. You might get £1 £1 each month or each week, and that is quite good because you can earn up for a lot of money, like £10 or something, and that is very, very good.
I think I'm owed this week's pocket money, actually. Very well done, Zafar. Yes, points there. So, the scores at the end of round 1 are Jane with 30, Val with 40, and Zafar with a magnificent 50. Now we go to round 2. Now, round 2 is precisely the same as round 1, you'll be pleased to hear. Now, you each have another 2 selections to the video wall, but now the scores are worth a lot more. This time, the question we asked was, would you like to be an explorer? Right. First things first, using whatever you've learned from the children from round 1, tell me, do most of you think the children would like to be an explorer, yes or no? What do you think, Jane?
Yes, I think they would,
yes?
yeah.
What do you think, Zafar?
I'll go for a yes, Ronnie.
What about you?
I agree, yes.
You agree. Well, most of the children said no, they would not, would you believe? So, no points there. So, let us try to add to what you've got. Remembering, as I say at the end of this round, we have to wave goodbye to whoever has the lowest points. Now, Jane, here you go. First chance to catch up. Pick a child, let us see how well you think you can get 30 points, by the way, if you can match. Now, who's your first choice going to be?
I'll go for Robert again.
Robert. What do you do when you're going away, Robert? What plans sort of do you make?
Now, before we go camping, we obviously pack our stuff. We clear out our trailer tent and make sure everything's ship-shape, so there's no tattered, huge holes in the roof of it or anything. So, we make sure that the car's got enough petrol to make the journey, and that we've got everything, obviously. So, we usually take our dog. Well, we always take our dog.
Right. we always take our dog too, you know. We use our dog to tell the time, you know. He barks in the middle of the night and the neighbours shout out, "Shut that dog up, don't you know it's 4 o'clock in the morning?" Now, do you think he wants to be an explorer?
Well, he seems rather intelligent, doesn't he? So I think perhaps yes.
Robert, would you like to be an explorer?
I wouldn't really like the idea of being an explorer because I'd be like away from home for ages at a time and be in the wilderness and not having many people to help and to worry about wild animals. So No, I wouldn't like to be an explorer.
Sorry about that, Robert. Sorry. For who are you going to pick?
I'll go for Mark.
Mark. Now, Mark, have you done any exploring locally, Mark, I mean?
If I was walking around my garden, I'd expect to see slugs, snails, just like slugs, but they got shells, caterpillars, butterflies, cocoons, and all sorts of nature. Rabbits. I even spot one or two hedgehogs. Birds. Cats.
Pigs?
Not pigs.
Oh, sorry. sorry. Do you think he wants to be an explorer?
I think he'll say yes.
Do you want to be an explorer, Mark?
No.
Why not? That's piggist. Right, so mismatch there. For Zafar, Val, who are you going to choose?
Try Hannah, please.
Hannah. Hannah. Have you been anywhere exciting, Hannah?
My play shed, I did this. There's this next to it, and I went next to it when my brother wasn't there, and I went next to it, peeked behind it, and I stepped into it, but my brother doesn't know this. He's going to think I'm lying. But I did it before. My mum, my dad, everybody doesn't know, except you. It's a secret. Sorry, I told you.
It's not as if I'm going to tell millions and millions of people. Now, do you think she wants to go exploring, Belle?
Well, she looks like a home lover to me, so I don't think so, no.
Hannah, would you like to go exploring?
No, thanks.
No, thanks. Very well done, Val. Jane, who are you going to choose then? I know it isn't worry.
I think I'll go for Niha.
Niha, right. Then, what is India like?
Right, India is a lovely place, and I went to India when I was only 5 years old, and the only thing that I can remember is the beautiful, beautiful sea with a lovely sunset, and it was really, really nice. And the sun there is well better than here because it's never cold there, and they do have a lot of rain showers. And if I shut my eyes now, I can see the picture of India.
Oh.
I can see it.
I can see it too. Can you see it? Open your eyes now. Isn't that lovely? It was lovely, that. Now, do you think she wants to be an explorer?
Oh, I'm going to go for yes, because...
Now, do you want to be an explorer?
Well, if I was an explorer, then I'd have to go to lots and lots and lots of countries to find out what they were like. But I wouldn't do that now because I don't want to be an explorer because it just doesn't fit in with me.
Oh, bless her heart. Sorry about that, Jane. Now, Zafar, who are you going to choose?
I'll go for Ruth.
For Ruth. Ruth, if you could go anywhere, Ruth, where would you go?
If I could go anywhere in the world, I would go down to London to meet my auntie, and I'd go to Trafalgar Square, Piccadilly Circus, take a photo of Nelson's column, and I'd go to Buckingham Palace. And when I got there, I'd go into Buckingham Palace and say, "Hello, Your Royal Majesty." And I thought I'd just pop in for a cuppa.
I've been longing to have tea with Fergie myself. But I'm not fit to kiss her feet. So, well, not without joining the queue. Now, do you think she wants to be an explorer?
No.
Ruth, do you want to be an explorer?
No.
Well done. Last turn. Val, who are you going to choose?
Let's see what Gemma thinks.
Gemma, can I ask you, do you do any exploring in your garden at all?
We can't do much exploring in our garden because we've got dogs. And there's dog poo in it.
My wife just bought a retriever. Trouble is, every time I go out in the garden, it keeps bringing me back. It's awful. Do you think she wants to be an explorer?
I don't think so, no.
No. Gemma, do you want to be an explorer? Yeah. You never know, do you? So there we are, Well, the scores at the end of this round are Jane 30, Val 70, Zafar 80. So sadly, we have to say goodbye to Jane, but you don't go away empty-handed. You take with you this very lovely small talk trophy, one I made earlier with my own fair hand, which I hope you'll remember us by. Thank you for coming.
Thank
Safe
you.
journey back to the Bristol area. Lovely to have met you. Thank you. Well, with 2 contestants remaining, that is Zafar and Val, we come to round 3, which is slightly different. This time, you select the children you want to play the game with by pushing the buttons at the top of your desk there, trying to stop the flashing screen where you most wanted to. And this is the question we asked. What is a typhoon? Now, you play alternately. For each correct guess, you'll score 40 points. Now, Val, you go first. Let us start the screen flashing and stop it when you want to, right? What is a typhoon? Mark. Now, we asked Mark, what is a typhoon? Do you think he knew, yes or no?
I think he's very intelligent. I think he probably does.
Mark. What is a typhoon, Mark?
Is it something like a whirlwind that goes...
Absolutely right. Very well scored. Flash the screen for Zafar, please. Luke. Do you think Luke knew what a typhoon was?
Yes.
Luke, do you know what a typhoon is?
A typhoon is a very strong wind in China, and it blows so hard it wrecks everything.
Very good. Well done, Zafar. Flash the screen for Val, please. Hannah, do you think Hannah knew what a typhoon?
I think she's too little to have heard that word.
Right. Hannah, do you know what a typhoon is?
It's a little green vegetable.
Not right, but points for Val. Very good. Flash the screen for Zafar. Nia, do you think Nia knows what a typhoon...
No.
No. Nia, do you know what a typhoon is, darling?
A typhoon is a very posh word for telephone.
It's a nice idea, but not true. So points for Zafar there again. Val. Flash the screen. Caroline and Stephen, do you think they knew what a typhoon was?
Well, 2 heads are better than 1, so yes, I think they probably
Yes. Caroline and Stephen, do you know what a typhoon is?
A typhoon is a big swirling wind that picks up men and women.
Very good. Well done. Now, last time coming up, Zafar, who flashed the screen. Robert. Now, do you think Robert knows what a typhoon is?
Yes, I'll go for yes.
Robert, do you know what a typhoon is?
A typhoon is a sort of like whirlwind.
Very good. Points for Zafar. Well, the scores at the end of round 3 are Val 190, but Zafar with 200. We hate to lose you, but happily you don't go away empty-handed. You also take with you this very lovely small talk trophy. Plus, you've won a hamper full of traditional game, a well-hung pheasant and 2 very hunky partridges. Thank you. Thank you for coming out to join us.
Thank you very much.
Lovely meeting you. Well, final time, and Zafar, remaining contestant, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And let me explain what you've got to do. To each of the children, this time, we ask a different question. Now, you're only going to play the game with 5 of them, but by now you should know a little bit about the way they think and the way they answer. So I want you, using that knowledge, to pick the 5 children that you think you can most accurately match with. Now, Zafar, pick the children you're going to play the game with. You tell me.
Ruth.
Ruth.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Robert.
Robert.
Luke.
Luke.
And Hannah.
And Hannah. Right. We'll say a temporary farewell to the remainder. There we are. Very good. Now, to Ruth, we asked, is the most important thing about birthdays the presents? Now, what do you think Ruth said, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Ruth, is the most important thing about birthdays the presents?
Well, on your birthday, you get lots and lots of presents, and you get to keep them, and you don't have to pay for them. So, the most important thing is the presents.
Very good. To Thomas, we asked, should children be in bed by 8 o'clock? What do you think Thomas said?
Yes.
Thomas, should children be in bed by 8 o'clock, do you think?
Well, if they did go to bed late, they'd oversleep in the morning and they could be late for school. So, yes, I think they should go to bed before 8.
Very good, well matched. Now, to Robert we asked, should the motor car be banned?
No.
Very well. Robert, should the motor car be banned, do you think, Robert?
I don't think the car should be banned. I just think it should be remade.
Very well done. Well, good. Well, you're doing well, Zafar. Well, you're doing very well. Now, Hannah, we asked Hannah, would you like to live on a desert island? What do you think, Hannah? Said yes or no?
No.
Hannah, would you like to live on a desert island?
No, thank you. I wouldn't like to live on a desert island. It's because they don't have nice food but except coconut. And I wouldn't like to live there. Oh, sorry I didn't do that.
Very good. Well, now the last one. To Luke, we asked, would you be a good teacher? Don't you think he would say yes? Or
Yes.
Luke, would you be a good teacher?
Well, if I was a teacher, I would make a really good one for deaf and blind ones. And other kinds, like Indian boys and girls, because they can learn English and other kinds of languages. So I would really like to be a teacher.
Very good. You got 5 out of 5. Well, wonderful. Well, you got 200 points, or you need another 300, so let us see what the children have won for you tonight. We will start, just see the points. Ruth, how many points are you hiding, Ruth?
You've won 50 points!
So you need 250. Robert, how many points are you hiding, Robert? 50.
Hooray! You won 50 points.
So 200 you need. Now, Hannah, how many points are you hiding, Hannah?
Fluffy and I won 50 points.
150. Thomas, how many are you hiding? 50.
Well done!
Well done, Zafar. You go away with today's star prize of this fabulous weekend break in Prague. Thank you for coming out to play.
Thank you.
It's been lovely meeting you. Safe journey home. Well done. Well, that's about it for this week from Small Talk, the big show with small people, where small words give big rewards. Let us say goodbye to the boys and girls. Goodbye, boys and girls. Goodbye. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from them. Goodbye.
Tomorrow's World is back for a new series next on BBC One.